this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, McDaniels is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Conley. And it's Noel in at the two-guard spot. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
We can get lost in the impact Kevin Durant makes as a scorer, but this guy is so willing to share the basketball.
Conley surveying the D. That three off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Oh!
You got to be kidding. Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Anderson passes to Conley. Kicks it to McDaniels. Anderson inside. Craig defending. And finished off by Anderson.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank break dead last in the NBA. Have shot more threes.
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Here's McDaniels. Goes up again. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Booker. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Booker's got 6.
Well, that's simply a case where Devin Booker outworks the opposition and gets a second chance opportunity. Nicely done.
And here's Conley outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Phoenix leading by 7. KD, that's for 2. They get it back. Ayton off target at the rim.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Noel, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Craig with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Ayton. And there it is for him. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Back to Conley. Some solid defense from Ayton. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The shot's good from Paul.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Anderson. Here's Noel. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio. They get it back.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
DeAndre Ayton.
Well, the length and the size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for defenses. Nothing they can do there but foul him.
First free throw is good.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. But that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Up top, Reed. Prince against Ross. Prince outside. Knocked away. And stolen by Payne. Here's Lee outside. And no good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. Expect this first one to be extremely spirited, with each side trying desperately to send a message early.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Here's Warren. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Prince. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
This guy is such a hard-nosed, opportunistic player.